Hello, my name is John Oliver. This is my fear of failure, my background on this day, the 27th of March 2012. So I have this fear of failure, and I have some bad role models. The people that where I grew up in an affluent neighborhood, swimming pools, country club, fancy cars, fur coats, that kind of stuff. Not the top, but kind of the upper middle. I don't know what you call that, but it's pretty affluent neighborhood, acre land, really nice. Um, but the neighbors did not seem to be content or satisfied or happy. I was afraid that TV shows like Dallas, a TV show called Dallas with JR was a jerk, that money and power would cause people to become rude or greedy or callous. Um, I had a personal history of getting drunk once or twice a month in college, and I was promiscuous, like most of my fraternity brothers. Not a whole lot more, not less, just a whole lot less perhaps than the average these days. That was back in the early 70s. Um, and I did those didn't satisfy, so I started messing with pot. That didn't satisfy. I went to LSD. And about fried my brain on LSD. I was using that so much, and driving a car. Um, that was crazy. And there's a time as a Christian when I hit the wall too many times, tempted to launch a ministry. So I left the church attendance. I quit messing with Christians. I said, well, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to go make a whole bunch of money in a multi-level marketing thing. I'll talk about more about that some other time. But a few years I was really involved in network marketing, multi-level marketing people. Didn't make any money, but I learned a whole lot. And it also fueled my whole desire for success. Um, and I was going to make a bunch of money. I was going to launch my ministry. And say, I'm feeling really lonely. I fell in love, maybe fell in lust. I don't know. But I met this woman called Marcia. She's dead now. She had really major medical troubles. She died a couple of years after we broke up. Neat lady. Um, and first we had a lot of romance and a lot of sex. I moved in with her house and we had a lot of sex. Thank you very much. Didn't care a whit about anything but having fun. But that went into arguments and into fights. We would argue for hours every day, shouting, cussing, fussing. That led me to start to begin 12-step programs, really helpful. And it got to where it was getting violent, where I was starting to abuse her physically. And if I continued there, it would get much worse. So I lied to her and I said, oh, honey, I wouldn't leave you. No, certainly I wouldn't. And the only time in my life they were deliberately, consistently lied so she wouldn't freak out. I just one day I was there, next day I was gone. I got a paycheck, started a job, got my first full paycheck, and I just used that to pull out so I wouldn't have to have that madness. That was, but the point is that when I imagine falling in love or lust or getting into these honeypot traps, I've done it. It's not some vain imagination. I did it as a Christian, and it was, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago. 30 years I've been a Christian. And I'm afraid that by getting really rich, I'll dilute my walk with Christ. It'll distort my personality. I'll become immoral. I'll compromise biblical theology to be popular. I'll yield again to these basic things here that are right out there before you. You go on a cruise ship, and what do you got? You got a whole lot of food. I don't know weakness currently to food, but there'd be alcohol and promiscuity and illegal drugs. I'm afraid of that. That's my background. So, comments, suggestions, questions, please subscribe. Thank you.